Hi everyone. So today we'll be starting with a course, Aviate Learnings, Maths Basic Concepts and Fundamental course, right? So this will help you to train your brain and develop your cognitive abilities. And if you are someone who are lagging in maths and the basic concepts of maths, right? So there will be a fun way to learn maths in an experiential way. And I'll be telling you basics real life application also. This will really reduce your maths anxiety and build confidence. And I'll completely guarantee you that if you attend this course, you'll become at least 2 times faster in maths, right? So let's go ahead and let's see how we'll be proceeding with this course. This is the very first lecture. I suggest you to attempt all the lectures and see the difference which it will create to you. Okay, so let's go ahead and let me share my screen. So here are some key facts about the course that you'll be learning it in fun and experiential way. And obviously this will reduce your maths anxiety, right? And for the younger student, it really helps you to build confidence in faster addition. Okay, so let's go ahead and yeah. So what we'll be studying here, what are different types of numbers, counting numbers, addition numbers, and I'll tell you with the help of a story, how maths happened, how these number came. Okay. And at the end, we'll be learning about the method of addition, faster addition, I mean, right? So a little bit about numbers I wanted to tell you. Let us go back in time where there was a man whose name was Bob, right? Let me say this was an ancient caveman whose name was Bob, right? And Bob had these very cute little sheeps. Okay. So what happens that every day he used to take them for grazing in fields and he used to return them back home. But these sheeps were getting lost. Okay. Bob, since he was not knowing about the numbers, what happened? He didn't realize it. But yeah, he was getting wool from the sheep, he was getting milk from the sheep. So that was becoming less and less. His needs were not satisfied, right? So, see, if you imagine, if you are someone who is not knowing about the numbers, these things would be much more difficult to you, isn't it? To know counting. See, imagine the time when the counting was not there. Okay. So, what happened that Bob was a genius man, and for the very first time, he came out with a method, okay, that whenever his sheep will enter his cave, he'll keep something for that, right? In the starting, he started keeping leaves, but leaves got dried up. He started keeping stones, but stones were very heavy to carry. So at the end, he started keeping these sticks, right? Suppose 4 sheep enter to the cave today, right? So how many sticks he will keep? 4, right? And now, if 3 sheep enter another day, how many sticks he will keep? 3, right? Now, if you see, this is 4 in our language and this is 3 in our language, right? Where how we count our numbers, and they are getting less, isn't it? Yeah. So he will definitely get that today there is not 1 stick, but Bob doesn't know what is 1, what is 10, right? What is 4, what is 3. But yeah, something is happening in nature and we are getting the correct answer, right? What this is? This is subtraction, right? We call it subtraction. Bob does not know, right? But he knows that, okay, 1 got less, so I have 3 remaining. Yeah, so that's what it is happening in nature. Now, at that time, there was no pen and paper, so people started counting with sticks. Now, you come to a developed time, right? The time develops, civilization develops, and there was a very powerful civilization, which is Rome, right? So, what they have created pen and paper. So, some came, right? King, there was one king. Instead of what he did, that instead of counting with stick, he started writing some numbers on the paper, right? There were very different types of number, but this example only I am choosing because it is important to you, right? Okay. So they started writing these numbers on paper. Okay. So do you know? Yeah. So do you know what are they? Right. Obviously, they are Roman numbers, isn't it? So this is how you write 1. This is how you write 2. 3 with 3 sticks, right? This is actually V is 5, right? This V is 5. Okay. How do we write 10 with X? Isn't it? Yeah. Then L is written for 50. Yeah. C is written for 100, and D is written for 500, and M is written for 1000. They are not at all used here. Only somewhere in marking and all you may see them. Yeah. So this is what happened. Now, what they give you, that they give you system of counting, obviously, and you only can count to a several numbers, right? You cannot count to a larger number like lakhs. So that's what thing they were lagging. Yeah. So that is the reason why we have a modern numbers. Okay. Now these are the ones in our language, and they are this, right? So you can only count till 10,000. Like, you have to write more and more symbols for that. Okay. Now more time developed, and here in today's time we have these numbers, isn't it? If you know. So these are the numbers which we have in today's time, right? But there is one more, a much more important symbol is missing. Do you know what is this? It is zero. Yeah. Do you know who created the zero? Aryabhat from India. Now, this zero had a very special thing with it. Yeah. What special thing it was that it, whenever you write the zero on the right hand side, the value of your number become 10 times, right? Like 10 becomes 100. Yeah. And 100 becomes 1000. And whenever you write it on the left hand side, it has no value, isn't it? So that's what zero give. You can write more and more numbers, and even in the higher standards, you will learn about exponents and power. And this 10,000, even I can write 10 to the power 4, right? So more and more numbers you guys can create with this, isn't it? A bigger, larger numbers. We got much more larger number now. Okay. So that's what it happens. And this system, we call it as decimal system, right? Why? Because there are 10 symbols here. You have many types of count systems, but normally we use decimal systems. Normally what? Generally. Okay. You know, computer have binary system which use only 1 and 2, isn't it? So there are many kind of systems, but we follow decimal system. Okay. Now let us come. Now, if these numbers start from 1 only, we call it as natural numbers, right? Somebody gave us 0 that completed whole of our counting. So that is the reason why I call it as whole numbers. We have integers, isn't it? Integers are one which are negative and positive both, right? Something up and down you take. Okay, so number line, if I draw, if the ones they start from 1, these are natural numbers. And if they start from 0, they are whole numbers. Okay, so you have a natural number, then all the natural numbers are included in whole numbers. All the whole numbers are included in integers. All the rational numbers are of the form P over Q, right? What happened that we were taking numbers, specifically these ones on the number line, the whole numbers, 1, 2, 3. We are not taking the numbers between them. We started taking these numbers between these 1 and 2. Also, these are what? Rational numbers. They're of the form P by Q, where Q is not equal to 0. Okay. And then you have real numbers, which include all types of numbers. Okay. So I hope you must have got it. Now let us learn something, right? Counting. You guys must be knowing about counting. No need to tell you about that. Just a hint for this kids I'm giving you. Suppose you have 1, 0, right? After that, if you move step 1, you reach 1, right? You move 2 step forward from 0, you reach 2, right? So that is the same way as 0 added to 2 means moving 2 step forward. Or if I say 1 added to 1 means I'm standing at 1 and I will move 1 step forward. Now counting in tens, how you have to count, right? Suppose if I tell you count in tens or add in tens, I tell you that add 10 plus 20, right? So you are at 10, 20, and then 30, 40 like numbers. So you'll not be adding like 11, 12, 13, 14. No, you'll count in 10 step, right? Because 10 plus 10 is 20, is same as 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. But now we are taking it in tens, right? So 10 when I add 20, so means I have to spend 2 step in tens. So 10, 20, then I reach 30. Okay. So that's how we count in tens. Now let us see what we have here is something which is the most important thing of this chapter, that is addition. Okay. And that is a different kind of addition, right? So how you guys have to add, right? To increase your speed. Normally, this method will not be followed, but it would be really help you to increase your speed, develop your habits, right? In maths, everything is related to counting only, whether it is addition, subtraction, or division. So this will give you a repetition in mind and really increase your speed, right? Suppose you have these number 23 added to 40, say 8, right? This is what I have. Okay. First of all, you guys must be knowing about the place value, right? Ones, tens, 100, like that, right? Suppose if I have 23 written. So this 3 is written in ones place, so it would be 3. This 2 is written in tens place, so it would be 20. Okay. Got it? Now, suppose if I have, say, 480. So 88 I take, right? So this 8 is written in ones place, so it would be 8 only. It's written in tens place, so it would be 80. And if it is written in hundreds place, so it would be 400, right? 488. So this is what our is. Now, how you have to count in this method? How you have to count is that start from the left-hand side, reach to the right-hand side, and keep on adding every number, right, with the place value, right? So this 2, since it's written in tens place, it's what? It's tens only, right? So how much it is? 20. Okay. Now I'll be adding whatever number next I get. This 4 is written in tens place, so I'll add 40 to it, so it would be 60. 20, then 40 I get, so 60. Then since this 3 is written in ones place, so this would be 63. And this 8 is written in ones place, so this would be 63 added to 8, so that would be 71. So what things you got in mind, right? Right? Now see, we reached our answer. We did not even have to take a carryover. Okay? And finally, we get our answer. So that's what it happens. So you get 20 first, you get 60 first, you get 63, and then you get 71. What are the benefits of this? Suppose the numbers, when you will do the calculation, they are not at all written in columns. They are always written like this, isn't it? So what you can easily add 20 and 60, 80, 63, 71, right? So these are there. Suppose if I take 3-digit number, 24, 45, and 66. Okay, come on, let's do that. So this is 20. 20 I get, then 4 I get 60. 60 and 60 I get 120. Then I get 124, 129, and 135. Right? So this was that method. This thing should go in your mind and see what this happened, that we did not even have to take carryover and we reached our answer, and obviously mistakes will also reduce, right? And even if the number are written horizontally, it would be so easy to add them without even wasting my time in writing in columns, right? So I have so many questions for you, right? And the last thing which I tell you, always count in pairs. Like suppose 1 and 9 gives us 10, right? So suppose if it is written, say 8 plus 7. So I'll try to reach first 10 because adding things in 10 is very. So 8 I'll add 2, so that will give me 10. And then 5 is left out. So 10 plus 5, that will give me 15, right? 1 plus 9 is 10. 2 plus 8 is 10. So these are the numbers which gives you 10. 3 added to 7 is 10. 4 added to 6 is 10, right? 5 added to 5 is 10. 6 added to 4 is 10. Then 8 added to 2, 9 added to 1. So these things will go in the opposite direction. Okay.